So I have to know exactly what I want to get done. I have to start immediately, and I have to really, kind of haul ass within that 30 minutes. Welcome back to yet again another episode of the Upgrade My Rituals podcast. My name is Kevin McKella, the host. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And of course, this is the show for high performers, solopreneurs, productivity junkies, people that are looking to build a system for themselves, not just this, magical morning routine, but a whole system of daily routines that will structure their lives in a way where their head hits the pillow. They will feel great about where they were and where they're going and where their life is headed. So today, what we're going to do is not necessarily talk about ritual design. We will, though, be talking about something called Fringe Minutes. What is Fringe Minutes? Well, basically, it's 3 minutes here, 2 minutes here, 45 seconds here, right? 10 minutes here, right? And whatever these fringe little points of time that you can get, or I can get throughout the day, is perfect for certain types of tasks and certain types of work. For my work as an account manager for a digital marketing company, super perfect, because it's like firing off emails here, 30 seconds, firing off Slack messages here, 45 seconds, right? And then every once in a while, I'll have to spend some more time to prepare for client meetings and different things like that, actually hosting the client meeting. So that's a different type of thing. But most of my job can be done within the fringe time. So with the kiddo at 5 months old, she takes 3 naps a day for about half an hour each, sometimes a little bit longer. So there are the chunks those are the tricky chunks, which I'll talk about in a second. But then there's, the fringe moments where she's playing on the mat by herself, and I got my laptop right here and I'm just kind of watching it, and, that's the fear of obviously being a distracted parent. Obviously I can only spend a few minutes here and there. And she's not necessarily crawling yet, so we don't have the playpen issues. Either way, so that works perfectly. Now, then there's the times where my wife takes off randomly. I have a huge chunk of time, if not the whole day, to kind of prepare for as much as I can, whatever it may be. But then there's, like I said, these naps, right? And these little half an hour naps are tricky because I have to be so prepared to take advantage of the nap, right? So I have to know exactly what I want to get done. I have to start immediately, and I have to really, kind of haul ass within that 30 minutes. The problem I run into is physical energy, because by the end of the day, I'm pretty shot. And so then with physical energy comes off mental energy. So then, I kind of dilly-dally, and then I get to work, and then like 10 minutes in, I realize, it's been actually half an hour. For something like this, right, for running Upgrade, that is literally impossible to do at all during the day. So I work on it for a few hours at night after dinner, hopefully Quinn goes to bed. And that's the time I have, because a lot of these projects are creative. This is obviously the setup and breakdown time for this is plus recording this. This is one thing already. Then editing the episodes, then, building out the Royal Ritual program, then, selling the plan or whatever it may be. These are creative endeavors that take deep work, right? Cal Newport's Deep Work. If you haven't read it, I haven't either. So if you have read it, please let me let me know if it's worth it. But I know it's a really good resource. So either way, that's kind of the topic that I want to present to you. And the reason why I want to talk to you about this is because really, when you have a kid, I think is the time when you have to learn about these fringe minutes. But what's really interesting is that if we don't have a kid, if we do, whatever it may be, or if they're at daycare or whatever, school, can we use fringe minutes in other parts of our lives? So I have some activities that can be done for Upgrade that is very short short bursts of activity. For instance, reaching out to either guests for my podcast or reaching out to community members on Instagram, whatever it is. Community outreach can be done at any time for however long you may need to. Why a lot of people don't necessarily do that maybe is because there's a lot of mental blocks behind something like that, right? Oh, I'm fearing I'm going to reach out. What do I say? And by the time we think through that, it's already been 10 minutes and we're done. But certain things like that, certain things maybe, going through finances or emails or whatever, you can use Fringe Minutes for kind of dissecting those tasks, because there's always those type of tasks in every part of our lives. There's always the deep work and the minutia. So I think the Fringe Minutes, if you can assess your life in your day, do a time audit throughout your day, and see if there's any point in the day where you can use Fringe Minutes for your benefit. Say if you're trying to build a side hustle on the side, and you have, when your day job is really not, it is what it is, and you can get some things done maybe during the way for your side hustle. See if you can do that, right? I mean, 7 minutes here, 12 minutes here, lunch break, or whatever it may be. Be cognizant of mental energy and clarity and time off and stress levels and all those things. But still, I think the conversation about Fringe Minutes in your own life is really important. I think you should take a look at your day. Like I said, do a time audit, see if you can leverage that for anything that you may need to, because they're there. Sometimes they're hard to use and take advantage of, but we all have them. And I think when you have a kid, you learn that they're the most important part of your day. So with that being said, I hope this conversation was just something to think about, something to ponder, if you will. And that is all I have for you today. So with that, if you liked it, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. Leave a comment. That would be great. And if you really liked it, leave a review on, say, iTunes. That would be fantastic, as more people will be able to find the podcast. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next week on the Upgrade My Rituals podcast.